I don't want anyone to see my butt. It has been a hot minute since I have been on a YouTube video. At least a month, over a month. Straight after Christmas, we did Betty, we did the bootstrap custom mannequin. She came out amazing, and she's now an integral part of my life and my sewing life. Then it all rapidly spiraled out of control. So I'd started out really amazing for the year. I'd written myself a plan. I'd put down every single idea, every single project I wanted to do, all of my garments, all of my outfits that I wanted to do, all my fabrics and patterns and everything. I worked it all out. I had everything amazing. And then I started my second project, which was the Nerida Hansen puzzle dress. I had all the fabric, I had all the idea in my head, the pattern, I knew exactly what I wanted. This is the Know Me by Mimi G ME2016 pattern, which I've absolutely fallen in love with and thought it would be fantastic and work amazing with these puzzle pattern fabrics. So that was the idea, and I started it, and it rapidly got super frustrating because I went down a huge route of thinking about adjustments, if I needed adjustments, what adjustments I needed to do. I've never really done adjustments on patterns before, which is why the sizing has always come out wrong. I've watched hours and hours of video of thinking I needed a full bust adjustment, thinking that I needed to do, you know, dart manipulation and add in things and blah blah, and it became too much, and I doubted everything that I was doing. I thought I was completely incapable. I made 15 to 20 pattern, like paper pattern mock-ups. I did a couple of fabric mock-ups, and they all came out either worse or didn't solve the issues that I wanted them to solve. So I left it alone. I just put it away and then spiraled into self-doubt oblivion. I needed to do something else. I needed to go back to the beginning. I needed to go back to something enjoyable, something simple that made me feel like I was accomplishing something. Confidence boosting achievement to knock up a couple of zipper pouches. Like, zipper pouches, when you start learning to sew, are one of the fundamental easy peasy go-to little projects that you can do with fat quarters, scraps of things that are left over. They're great to knock up and make for people for gifts. I absolutely love a zipper pouch, and so I decided that I was going to go back to basics and made a couple of zipper pouches, which was so satisfying to do. They've now gone on to their new homes for people to enjoy. It makes me feel good. I hope that it makes them feel good. So that was the first step into me getting back into things. If you have watched all my previous videos, you'll notice that around me everything looks a little bit different. Again, on my projects of to-do list, I had mentioned that I was having a huge change and move around with my sewing room, which is now not the case. So where I thought I wanted to move to in the house will take too much work. It's also in like another part of the house that will make me feel very disconnected. So where I am here, it's quite good because I can just nip in and out. It's literally right on the side of the house here. Like, I can see into my kitchen, my dining room. I can see into the house from here. I can keep an eye on the kids if I pop in and out. I've got it here, so, you know, I'll come and do like a quick 10 minutes, or I'll think of something in my head and be like, oh, quick, I'll just go and do that little bit or work it out. It really works this space, but I didn't like how it looked. It was too cluttered. There was too much in here. It was overwhelming my creativity. The colour was off. I needed a change. So on a whim, randomly one day, I started looking at things that would help sort of pack things away, so that at the end of when I'm doing things, so I generally, oh my god, I wanted it to be that it looked tidy out here and it wasn't just left as chaos. And so I started looking into different types of sewing cabinets, things that I could pack away and then unpack. It's things for storage. I'd seen sewing cabinets before where you can put your machines and things all away nice. So I started the hunt for a sewing cabinet. Now, full price Horn brand sewing cabinets are like £1,200, which is absolutely madness. Amazing, so cool, definitely not within my realm and my budget. So I straight away went to Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace. And I found a cabinet that was about an hour, just under an hour's drive. It was an absolute bargain of £50 and is a cute little sewing cabinet. It's got the mechanism where I can lower my machine in and a bit to keep my overlocker in the other side, and loads of little drawers and compartments, and the whole thing folds away. Amazing, exactly what I wanted. And the colour kind of matched the look that I wanted to go for, matched the flooring that's already in here. So I was very, very happy. And the bonus is that where it was meant I got to drive past an IKEA. The colour is called Fresh Plaster, okay, if that's what it is, but it was just a really nice warm, still light, but a peachy kind of tone. It ties in with the wood really, really nice. It's much, much better. I'm so happy with it. I've condensed down my cabinet area with how much I had, because I felt very, very enclosed in a very, very small, tight space. So I've condensed it all down, readjusted in some places, kept out really just the basics that I need all the time. Everything else has gone into storage, into the intended area of where I wanted to move. And that's what, like, it's there for storage. It just needs to be storage out of the way so I can just focus and concentrate on one project at a time and see that through and feel like I've got space and movement, you know, to kind of get stuff on the floor. I've much preferred sort of laying stuff out on the floor these days and cutting. It's actually been better for my back than using the dining room table, because I kind of, it's low that I hunch more, whereas when I'm on the floor I actually feel like it's like my exercise. I get my yoga moves in while I'm doing it on the floor, so it's great. So that was the first couple of steps into the spiral. Then I tried to get back into doing the dress project again. I'll get onto that more in detail when I actually do the video for the dress. So I won't go into too much now about what I did, what I achieved and what happened, but it all has worked out so far and I'm going to carry on soon. But that video will be coming. I hadn't fulfilled my need to finish a project, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to go back to something that I've made before. I know it comes out well. I don't have to worry about any fitting. I've got it already cut out as a pattern. I've got the fabric already that I need. It would be simple. I could achieve it quickly. So I made the emerald tracksuit, which was on my project list from, my God, the end of last year. It was on one of those, it was on that list and it never got made. So I thought I would just round it off nicely and get that done. So I made the tracksuit of the slow pants and the hug hoodie, but I adapted the hug hoodie because I wanted it just as a straight sweatshirt. I didn't want the crossover detail and I didn't want the hood either, so I just did it as a straight up sweatshirt, but it's got raglan sleeves still, the same as the original. Came out absolutely fab. It's not perfect. In hindsight, the fabric isn't fantastic. It's a very, very cheap French terry backed sweatshirt material, so it's super nice and cozy, but it's very, very thick. It doesn't have much stretch in it actually at all. So when I was doing the banding, because I use the banding, I don't get ribbing, I just use the same fabric to make the banding. So the cuffs and the hem and the neckband, I just use the same material so that it all blends and it's all the same. But I got it made really, really quickly. It felt really, really good to do and like I'd achieved something, and that is what I needed. I needed a reminder that I do have the sewing skills to be able to make things okay. I do know what I'm doing, I do understand things, and I've come a long, long way on my sewing journey, and I needed to stop doubting myself. So after I made those, I then became slightly obsessed with needing some leopard trousers. Like, I needed some leopard print trousers. So I searched around. I wanted some stretchy. I was going to use, I already knew in my head that because I'd knocked up the slow pants really, really easy, because they're such a quick and easy pattern to make, and they fit me great, just the bang on size that I need. So I was like, right, I'm just going to use this pattern. I'm just going to smash some leopard print trousers out. I knocked up a pair of slow pants in leopard print, and I love them. I've worn them, I think I only made them maybe just over a week ago, and I've worn them a few times already. I wore them out of the house the other day, which felt really, really good, because I paired them with my quilted vest on the blue side, because I have a t-shirt that worked really, really nicely with it, and I loved the outfit all round. It was really awesome. So I was very, very proud of myself of wearing 2 items of my me-made things. So, you know, when you follow people on Instagram, I absolutely love Instagram, just the things that it brings me on my algorithm, and all these new amazing things that it shows me that I want to be part of and follow. It's the best. And so it put me onto a little brand called Small Museum, and she makes her own patterns, and she had some patterns that I loved sewing patterns. So there was a dress, I think is the dolly. Her dolly dress looks super, super cute. And then there was also the Tate romper. And I saw her with the Tate romper on and loved it. Just thought, yes, 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 that looks really cool. And I knew it was going to be quite a simple construction, which is another thing that sort of drew me to it, and thought that's on my, you know, my brain list of things to want to do, even though there's so many already. I'll just add another one to it. That's the nature of it. And it was only when I saw this fabric from one of the places where I buy my fabric from that I thought to myself, this is going to be perfect. So this I saw and just thought how amazing this would look in the Tate romper. So I ordered 4 meters of it, because I never ever want to run out and accidentally not have enough, and it was a bargain. So I think altogether 4 meters was like £20, and it's a cotton lawn, and it's so nice. Just the material and the makeup of it, just the way that it feels is super, like a satiny kind of cotton. It's beautiful, and I love this print. Green and pink for me are such a nice colour combo. I don't know why I like it so much, but I've always really, my bedroom has got pink and green in. I did attempt having a little business selling sort of like sewing handmade bits, and the logo was in green and pink. I just love it as a colour combo. It's amazing. So yeah, so I ordered that. And I thought, rather than cut into that first of all, I am going to attempt it in a mock-up. I've told myself I'm going to do mock-ups this year, so I don't ruin really good fabric by just going straight in and then it being a waste of time, because I've started to invest in fabrics that I really like, and I don't want to ruin them. So I've been really good at doing mock-ups this year, and this is the Tate romper mock-up, and it's a completely wearable mock-up as well. So this fabric was in my stash. I've had it for ages. This was £1 a metre. I think it was like 15 quid for 3 meters, and I think I ordered 2 lots of 3 meters. So I've had loads of it for ages, and was like, okay, yeah, I'll use this to knock one up. And it came out, well, I had that thing halfway through. I was like, I'm not gonna like it. No, I'm not gonna like it. I've made this, I've changed my mind mid-project dread, absolutely. And then I've styled it today to show you and to take pictures of, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, actually. I really love it. With this shirt in particular, this is my favourite shirt pattern. I've done a video on this particular pattern. This is the Kiddo and Me, or Me and Kiddo, I can't remember. It's the Daisy ruffle shirt. I love this shirt pattern, and I think these two together are an absolute amazing combo. I can't decide whether now I want to make it in this though. I feel like I might change what I use this for, and I might go for another dress option. Oh, do you know what this might be really nice with? The Elodie. I can't ever pronounce it. It's the closet core dress, which I've got on my list to do, because that would be really nice for one of the weddings, and would be really nice in this because it's the perfect silky cotton. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to save this for that. But yes, that's what's been happening. Oh, and now I'll give you a sneak peek, because I feel better. I feel more confident. I've also not been very well for a while, which doesn't help. That put me on like a, I feel like it's winter. I don't do well in the winter. I'm a summer person. My birthday's in the summer. I love the sun, and I feel like I don't struggle. I just don't like it. And I feel like I'm getting through the other side, because it's getting a little bit lighter in the mornings, because during the winter I go to work in the dark, I come home in the dark, and that stresses me out. I think I don't go outside, I'm indoors all day as well at work, and I feel like that kind of gets to me a little bit. But I feel like we're coming out the other side, we're getting somewhere. So I got back into doing the mock-up for the puzzle dress, and I'll give you a sneak peek, because this is a bed sheet. So I've made a mock-up out of a bed sheet, and this is just the top part. So we've done the bodice, the top layer which houses the pockets, and I've only done one sleeve, and I probably will only do one sleeve. Well, I've cut out two, so I might do it, because I don't know if I can wear this. I've not put in an invisible zip. I've just chucked in a zip that is one that I had, which I'm not mad at, to be fair. Like, if I tie that in with something else that's sort of blue, I reckon you could get away with it as an outfit. I might finish it. I might make it as a full wearable one, but it's just to practice the procedure, because I don't want to mess it up. The fabric that I've got, it's the most I've ever spent on fabric, so I want to make sure I get it right and get the fit right and the way that it looks. And so far so good, so I can actually get on with this. I'm going to pre-wash the fabric. So yes, a little catch up from me, but I'm sure you'll appreciate the downward spiral. We've all been there. We've all had imposter syndrome, we've all had self-doubt issues, and I need to push past it, and I need to carry on and understand that it's all part of the creative process, and it's okay. And we go back to basics, we do something simple, we reevaluate, and we build back up from there. I will see you very, very soon. I'm going to get on with doing this puzzle dress so I can do an amazing video about how fabulous it came out, even though it started in disaster. Please subscribe. Also, I share a lot on Instagram. I really, really appreciate some more follows on Instagram as well. I do little snippets and little bits and bobs over there. Thank you, and see you later.